Hey there everybody, thanks for checking out this week's video as usual. If you like it, share it with other people because together you and I, we can change the world by getting these conversations out there. And number two, don't forget to leave your comments. I want to join that conversation with you, good or bad. Let me know what you think. All right, so let's talk about alignment. All right, now they say that the universe loves speed. I've always loved that quotation. The universe loves speed. Now, for you, that might be God, or that might be Mother Nature, or that might be the cosmos, or, like Donald Trump. So whatever that thing happens to be for you, for me, it's the universe. For you, it might be a God. It loves speed. And when I say speed, I'm not suggesting that your God or my universe happens to have a drug problem. What I am talking about is the speed between where you are now and where you want to be. And the gurus also say that if you align yourself, if you position yourself in a way where you are in line with the energy of the universe or the gods or, the cosmos or Mother Nature, things will move quickly for you. The place between where you are now and the place you want to be, you'll get there much faster. And of course, if you are unaligned with that thing, well, guess what happens? Things will start moving slowly for you in your life, and you'll find yourself going, damn, why is it I'm working so hard? Why can't I just seem to make this thing happen? It's kind of like honey, right? Okay, so like if you take a jar of honey and you tip it over, the honey comes out slowly. But if you add heat, let's say with a lighter or something like that to the jar, the honey will start coming out that much more quickly. That comparison made absolutely no sense at all. Ah, yes, it does make sense, Stuart, you funny guy, talking about yourself in the third person again. And the reason it makes sense is because of this. You see, your life is like honey. It is sweet. It is a beautiful thing. And the more heat you add to your life, the faster your life will move. You see, and there's no greater way than to add heat to your life and to add movement to your life than to align yourself with what you truly want. So recently, I started realizing just how important that philosophy is and how big that idea is for me personally. You see, in the last couple of years, two major things have happened in my life. The first is that I decided to move out of the condo world and I moved into a house. I bought a house in Toronto. And any of you who know about the Toronto housing market, you know that houses in Toronto are so cheap. Yeah, hardly cost anything. And then from there, I decided to do a full gut job, top to bottom of this house, okay? A big, huge renovation, which was like $50, okay? Not much money there either. The second big thing that happened to me was that I had a baby, right? Yes, modern science. It's amazing what a man can do these days. I had a baby. And both of those things, for the first time in a very, very long time, made me worry about money and whether or not I was going to have enough money. All of a sudden now I had all this money going into a house, and secondly, I'm staring at this baby and I'm thinking to myself, I want this baby to have all of my money. You see, what happened is that I moved away from the alignment of my heart, which has always been something that just wants to help people boycott what they thought so that they can lead happier and more successful lives. I moved away from that and I aligned myself with my mind. My mind that said, oh, I need so much more money for all of these different things. And guess what happened? Okay, if you're guessing right now that I made more money, you should not play the lottery this week. That's right, yes, I started making less money. So, what did I do next? That's right, I focused even more attention on making even more money. I kept thinking to myself, I can fix this. And of course, the more that I aligned myself with making money, the less money I made. And so I stopped. I had no other choice. I had to take a look at my life and I started thinking to myself, what the hell's going on here? And as I looked at my life, I realized what had been happening. I realized I'd been aligning myself with my mind and not my heart. And I actually laughed. And the reason I laughed is because I realized I had just been doing the very thing that I teach my audiences to avoid. What? I'm not perfect? Nope, definitely not perfect. Far from it. Now, luckily for me, I've been studying this stuff for well over 20 years, so it was pretty easy for me, once I recognized what was happening, to transition away from the anxious thoughts of my mind and move into the stillness of my heart. So what did that mean specifically? It meant that I had to remind myself of the why I do what I do. I needed to get clear again on the fact that I wake up to motivate people and to inspire people and to help them be their best. And as soon as I realized that again, I said to myself, okay, Stuart, all right, you know what? Let's just do that today. instead of focusing on the money. And guess what happened? You have to ask yourself, how aligned are you with what's most important to you? How often do you make decisions based on what you think you need to do or the fires you think you need to put out compared to the amount of times that you're just still and you just listen to your heart and you ask your heart, what is my why? What is really most important to me? And once you understand what that is, then wake up every single morning and do that. Align yourself with a job, or align yourself with an exercise program, or align yourself with a relationship, or align yourself with the food you eat that's going to support all of the things that are most important to you. And once you do that, everything else that you truly want will just magically happen. And this is something that it took me in the last couple of years to get back on track with. You see, for a person like myself in the self-development industry, I understand this, but even I go off track from time to time. We're just human, and you have to allow yourself those mistakes. But it's all about getting yourself back on track. And that's why this week when I shoot this video, I'm not doing it hopefully with the intention of making money. I'm doing it because I hope to inspire you, to help you become the better version of yourself, and to some way maybe get something just to click in your head. And if I've done that, then I'm living my purpose. And everything else will just happen the way I want it to happen because I've aligned myself with that purpose. So I hope that helps you this week. I hope it gives you something to think about because it's something that I truly needed to think about myself. Anyways, don't forget, boycott what you thought. Leave your comments. Let's talk soon. Okay, bye-bye. Thanks for checking out that video, my friend. I've got one more over here for you. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And next to that, you can also subscribe to my weekly newsletter. If you do, you get a free gift. How cool is that? And last but not least, please make sure that you share this with other people. Together, we can change the world. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.